Well, hello everyone. It's good to see you again. It's Mike. Hope you're having a good day. I thought today we could talk about something. If you'll remember, last time we talked about where dinosaurs came from. And we learned that dinosaurs were created on the same day that God created man and woman. Day 6 is when he created dinosaurs. And we're going to be kind of talking about dinosaurs in a way, but I thought what we could talk about today is Noah's Ark. Have you heard about Noah's Ark? Have you read about that in the Bible? What do you think about when you hear about Noah's Ark? It's really a neat story and really shows God's love for us in tremendous ways. And then I want you to know something so that you can tell your parents. Did you know that there's a pretty much an exact replica of the ark that Noah used just a couple of hours away from us in Kentucky? There is a park there that they built using the exact dimensions that God laid out for Noah to build an ark. And it shows you, you can go in there and go inside, and it'll show you how the animals lived and how he fit all those animals in there. And we're going to be kind of talking about that today too. But why did God send a flood, and why did Noah need to build an ark? Anybody know that? Well, the Bible tells us that in the days of Noah, mankind became increasingly evil. I mean, it was getting really, really bad, where, again, it says in the Bible that the thoughts of man were constantly evil. Everybody except for Noah's family had really turned away from God. They forgot who God was. And therefore, the whole earth just became a terrible place. And God was very upset that everyone had turned away from him. So he decided to send a flood. But he wanted to save Noah and his family, because he found Noah to be a man of faith and was righteous before God. So he told Noah exactly how to build the ark. He gave them all the dimensions, the length, the height, all those kinds of things. And that's exactly what he did. And when Noah had finished doing that, and it took a long time, it took years for him to complete that. And they certainly had all the technology that they needed to do it. So that's another thing that people don't really tell us very well when you listen to some people saying that we didn't have technology back then, but we had great technology back then in the days of Noah. They were doing all kinds of things back then. So when Noah had finished building the ark, God said that he would send a bunch of animals to him. And that's exactly what he did. In the Bible, it says 2 of each kinds of animals. And that's important to remember, kinds of animal. Not 2 of every animal, but 2 of every kind. So, just to give you an example, God didn't need to send Noah to, I don't know what puppies you might have or dogs you have, but there are different kinds of dogs. Noah didn't need to send 2 golden retrievers and 2 poodles and 2 Doberman pinschers. He just needed to send really one pair of wolves. So that, and from that we can get all the dogs and all the different kinds of dogs just in a couple of generations very easily. So he sent them those animals, and I've got a picture I want to show you, or try to show you with the light here, of what it might have looked like. If I can turn this thing around. Well, I'll just turn this around here. This is what it might have looked like. Let me back out here a little bit. If you can see the whole picture, you see Noah's Ark off in the distance and a bunch of animals. This is when he just built it. And this might be the way it looked like as the animals started coming. Let's take a look at some of these animals. You can see there's dinosaurs in there. And again, most dinosaurs, even though we show pictures of them being really big, most dinosaurs were small, the size of a sheep. That's a fact. But you see all these different kinds of animals. There's some giraffes, there's some deer, there's even a woolly mammoth there. Looks like monkeys, gorillas, little birds, ducks. There's even some monkeys up there in the tree. I hope you can see this, but you can see off in the distance too, Noah must have built something like a big kind of crane thing to be able to put stuff in the ark and do that kind of thing and get food in there. But they would just walk up and go into the door, which God told them exactly where the door was and what it how big it should be and all of that. And so all the animals came and they went inside the ark. Put this back here. So they went inside the ark, and then what happened? God sent the rain. And the rain wasn't sufficient enough to fill the earth up. But God said in the Bible that the oceans of the deep, the oceans of the deeps beneath the earth sprung up and filled the earth along with the rain for 40 days and 40 nights. So that was a long time to be in that ark. So Noah had to do all that God required him to do to get ready and have the right amounts of food and all of that, but all very doable. And again, if you go up to see the Ark Encounter up in Kentucky, it's a really neat way to see how this can actually happen. So after 40 days and 40 nights, it stopped raining. But it was a long time after that they actually the water receded and went back. And finally, the ark landed on the side of a mountain, Mount Ararat. So at that point, they got off. They gave thanks to God for their safety and for all the blessings. And he sent them a rainbow. Rainbow was his way. And he said he promised not to ever destroy the earth with a flood again. So, by the way, don't let anyone ever tell you that the flood didn't happen, because it's in the Bible, and we believe the Bible, and the Bible is true. And science bears it out more and more as we go on through time. In fact, maybe some of you have been digging out in your backyard and you've dug up something and it looks like a shell. I found one the other day at another house I was at. It was just in there. We were digging around to plant something, and there was a shell. And we find those kinds of things everywhere. How would a seashell get in your backyard? The Great Flood. During that time, everything got all around the earth. lots of marine fossils. In fact, you find them everywhere. There's not a country in this world you don't find evidence of a worldwide flood. It's even on the highest mountain in the world. The highest mountain in the world has seashells and all kinds of other invertebrates that come from the ocean. So don't let anybody tell you that it didn't happen, because it did. So that's it for today. I hope you learned something, and maybe next time, if you want, we can talk about, since we love dinosaurs so much, where the dinosaurs went after the flood. So you take care. God bless you. Jesus loves you so much. Appreciate you listening. Talk to you later.